Now, where were we? Ah, yes, that's right. After multiple near-death encounters at Prima Manor, our heroes ran for safety and once again sought refuge at the Dragon's Heart Cathedral. While there, they were able to enlist the services of Brightscale Warwick Hummold, who was able to determine the cause of Faunalyn's recent turn for the brain melted, and was, more importantly, able to restore her to her former glory. After coming back to her senses, Faunalyn revealed to her friends that Faunalyn was not in fact her real name, and that her name was actually Faradith Thrillwin. This revelation surprised Clay and irritated Glimki, who quickly stormed off. After a conversation with the priest, Glimki cooled down and returned to talk things over with Faunalyn. The party also discussed the apparent mystery of Clay's lineage after their encounter with Lemorris the Skull Thief. Following up on this thread, Clay talked with the Brightscale as well, but he encouraged her to go visit her father if she wanted more information. After departing the church, the party took a much-needed spa day before returning to Berthold Manor, where Faunalyn and Fallow made peace, and Fallow revealed a plan that she thought would take her friend out of danger's path. You see, Fallow had recently planted the idea that Amala Berthold should attend an educational conference on Kobaris, one of the islands in the Anchor's chain, to learn more about why Zav is actually a round planet. Our heroes seized the opportunity to finally acquire passage to the island and started to assemble their belongings and prepare for the journey ahead. Later that night, the Prima butler Tick visited the Berthold Manor so that he might settle his account and provide the agreed-upon payment. Amongst these items was a feather from his neck, which he claimed would grant them a warm welcome should they ever travel to Stalak, the city of endless night. In the morning, the party traveled to the docks where they finalized their travel arrangements with a member of the Round Zavers, a dragonborn named Kantithicon, who they convinced to delay the ship's departure time so that they might visit Milani Marinelli, the princess's lady-in-waiting, so they might acquire more information about the night of her disappearance.
You already said all that.
I really don't think I did, and it feels like it's been a month since I talked last, so I figured it was worth getting into.
Yeah, whatever. On with the story and all that.
Precisely. On with the story. Come gather round, travelers, and sit on the stoop. We'll tell you a story about Bard Soup. 3 lovable scamps in our traveling troupe. We'll tell you a story about Bard Soup. It's souping time. Hey, guys, welcome back to Bard Soup. It's another holly jolly Christmas themed episode. No, wait, it's not Christmas. It's March. This episode might come out in April. I wrote last week's intro, and this week I just didn't have the time. So my dear friend Prima offered to write an intro for us. Prima, could you please read what you've prepared?
Don't do this to me.
That's
This
crazy.
is
That's
so
actually
mean.
crazy that you would do that to
That's
somebody.
wicked. Hi guys, welcome to the Bard Soup podcast. I'm Prima and I play Clay Campbell.
That was remarkably smooth. Probably the smoothest intro we've ever had.
I was going to say that was better than our regular intros. I felt calm and not at ease. I wasn't afraid.
Let's see if they stick the landing. Thank you very kindly. Please, continue.
Next is Jordan Johnsen.
Hey, let's double up on my name. It's Jordan Johnsen. I play Glimki Treefellow. And following me in the lineup is Shannon.
Hi, we're going to double up on my name too. I'm Shannon and I play Faunalyn Vaydark, also known as Paradethrowin. Still getting used to saying it myself, even though I made the dang name. And I'm going to toss it back to Prima because Prima's doing such a good job.
Sounds kind of taboo to hear you say your real name.
I know. Feel exposed.
And now I guess I'll introduce our DM, the amazing Zach Meikle. Zach?
Oh, yeah, that's me. Hey, welcome back to Bard Soup.
That was nice, guys.
Now, I have a few notes. I think it was okay. There was room for more bits. You didn't be like, it's me, Dracula, and here's my friends, all the Halloween monsters, or anything like that. But I mean, it was good if you like
didn't
professionalism.
mention Paw Patrol a single time.
Not a single dog was put in a box.
We didn't learn a single fact about our innies.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought so too. It was nice.
I'll write down something next time.
Yeah, can Prima just do them from now on?
No, don't do this to me.
Sold.
I feel like my stress level peaks during Zach's silly ass intros.
What?
Now I'm so calm.
We find our heroes walking through the streets of the Pearl District after leaving the docks. A ship has been procured, a price has been paid, and in approximately 24 hours and 21 episodes, you will depart Erdenine. As the sun beats down upon you, it's a beautiful summer day. There's a faint ocean breeze that sweeps past you, keeping things nice and cool. Where would you like to go?
Okay, I'm gonna go probably hang out with Fallow tonight. You two probably have things to do in the city with your friends in the Copper District and the Dirt District and wherever else. So why don't you guys give me just the valuables, because you have sketchy friends in sketchy neighborhoods. So I'll take the whistle, for example. I could take that and anything else precious and just take it back to the Sapphire District where it's safe.
I do have some stuff to wrap up in the Copper District, but I think Glimki should hold on to the whistle for now.
What? That makes no sense.
I don't really have any business around town, so it's probably best if I just, I don't know, hang out here, hold on to everything, I don't know what kind of trouble you might run into on the mean streets of the Sapphire District, but yeah, I don't think you need to have everything with you. You can trust me.
No, I trust you very well to hold on to the whistle and not use it. Do you remember when I got punched in the face?
Several times, yeah.
In the body. I was punched in the face and body, and I did drugs, and I got addicted to drugs, and then they erased my brain, and that was very traumatic. Do you remember that?
Yes.
I think I deserve a little treat, and the little treat I want is that shiny, shiny whistle.
No. I don't know what to tell you. You just need to go say bye to Fallow and what's that other guy? The old guy. The one that keeps killing the flowers.
Woody.
Yeah, I think that's it. Because, to be honest, we have to be back here at this boat before it leaves. So you don't have all the time in the world to go gallivanting on some side quest that involves this whistle thing. I just feel like you have ulterior motives. Is that bad to say? I feel like that's bad to say.
Me with ulterior motives? That's so bad to say. When would I? Me. Ulterior motives.
I know, it's kind of, I know. It was ridiculous coming out of my mouth, but, I gotta trust my gut on this one.
Okay, fine. Out of curiosity, where are you sleeping tonight? At the house?
I don't know. I might just get on the boat early and snag a bunk.
No, but then how are we going to pull off our plot tomorrow morning? We have the lunch.
Yeah, I can hop off the boat. Probably just stick around here, make some friends. You know what? People say when you're at a wedding, make friends with a bartender. I feel like there's probably a strategy to make friends with the people that are going to keep this boat afloat.
Yeah, but don't get conned into giving more money to these people. I feel like the longer you spend with them, the more money we lose.
Trust me, I am very solid in my beliefs of the form of this world. Okay?
That's good.
I will have none of this science bollocks.
Yeah, science is fake.
It's ridiculous, honestly.
But where are we meeting the handmaiden lady?
Oh, we were sent to the Marinelli house.
Oh, to
We
their
were
house.
invited to the
Okay.
Marinelli house. I think we should go early. They invited us for like 11 or something. I think we should go 2 hours early.
Yeah, just let me know where to be. I'll be there.
What district
you.
is this?
And I'll hold on to
Glimki,
half the
Glimki.
gold too, I think, probably.
Did we pay the boat already? How much do we have left?
No, we will pay when our friend gets here, right?
No, you paid for your fare.
Oh, we did?
You told them your friend would pay the late departure fee.
Yeah, we paid for our fare and then promised more money that we don't have.
Right. And they will.
What if we invite Lady Marinelli onto the boat to have our meeting, and then we have her pay the $600, and then we kidnap her, and we just bring her to the anchorage train, and then she can help us find the princess.
Crazy.
Because supposedly she looks like the princess.
Oh, yeah, I think they're like equivalent sizes and can be mistaken vis-a-vis silhouette under blankets. Clay, that's the most sinister thing I've ever heard you say. Loved it. But do we have any concerns about extorting a handmaid for 600 gold pieces?
But she works for the king.
Like 2 years' wages, to be clear.
Feels like it's a weird time to start bringing ethics into this conversation.
Look, okay, I'll cut the bluster. Glimki, I didn't like what Gleer Frailme did to my brain, and I don't like that family. And I'm a little bit bent on getting revenge. But the thing is that they're going away to their little vacation home, and we're going away too. And if I ever get the chance to come back here, I don't know if I'll ever get the chance to come back here. And if I do get the chance to come back here, I don't know if things will be the same. This might be my one shot to sick a pack of owlbears on them. I may never get that chance again. Please don't take it from me.
I just don't think you have the time. These guys got on horses and carriage and left the city.
No, they haven't gone yet. They're going.
How do you know this?
That's what we were told. We were told they're getting ready to go. Tick told us. I've got time, but I've got to go quickly. Just a couple whistles and the owlbears will do all the work.
Okay.
I just feel like it would destroy any friendship we've made with Tick. And
Yeah.
he might have another whistle and call off the owlbears.
It's a valid point.
In the name of yes-anding, I would love to let you do this. In the name of Glimki letting you take a whistle to commit family-side, I don't know how to navigate that.
Fun little moral dilemma I've given the group.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I think it's less of a dilemma and more of a we should not do this.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Clay, didn't you just want to bring a woman onto a ship and extort her and functionally
I'm just saying
kidnap
I
her?
Okay, but here's the thing. We've done extortion already. I say we as the universal we because some people have here in the group. We haven't done family murder. You know?
This is a gross and bad family.
Okay. Well,
They're bad. They're evil. Who else is he going to mind wipe? It was nasty.
and we've burnt their entire palace of a home to the ground, and
We've taken his source of powers.
I think we've taken everything in terms of power away from them.
Didn't they sacrifice multitudes of servants in their basement?
Yes.
What? Go. Okay, you know what? Let's get Glimki on the stand here. Go ahead, Glimki. Tell me more about how these people should continue roaming the earth.
Well, I don't know. I'm more along the lines of the belief that, I don't know how to put this. Death begets death.
Yes, I'm hoping that death will beget all of their asses.
Exactly. This is a tyrannical family of murderers and criminals, and I feel like I would be remiss if I let Faunalyn stumble down a similar path into a murderous, tyrannical, vengeful, I don't know how else to put that. If you just lose yourself to this killing mentality, you're gonna just end up just like them.
And wouldn't it be better to commit like social murder, I guess, and like tell people about what they've done so they can't ever get into that position of power again?
Okay, well, what if I don't command the owlbears to murder them? What if I command the owlbears to viciously maim them and traumatize them?
I don't think you'll get all that across with the toot of a whistle.
I don't think that's in the little instruction booklet that Tick gave us.
I'm very communicative.
Let me quickly flip through to the page of maim, not murder. I don't think that's in here.
We'll have revenge on the Prailme family one day. I will see them, if not dead, with every aspect of their lives reduced to ruins. You guys are standing in my way now. Normally, I would say, noted, but you've been very nice to me today, so I'll let it slide.
Nice to you today. What the
Just
hell?
just know that you're prolonging their inevitable demise. Elves have long memories.
Faunalyn, you'd be a wandering baby, adult brain dead, I don't even know, zombie person if it wasn't for us. So you could maybe be a little nicer to us.
Fine, I'm saying because you were nice today. That was today. I won't sick a pack of owlbears on my aggressors.
What?
I'll do that a different
really proud
day.
of you.
Yes, I will be having my revenge. So just know that it is as a courtesy that I'm not doing it tonight.
Okay.
If either of you had nemesis, you're telling me you'd turn the other cheek? Even when they're still bad guys that can do bad things to other people? Haven't either of you got a nemesis? Or 3?
To be honest, no. I don't think
What?
so.
Aren't you like 80 years old? What have you been doing? Where's the drama?
I'm just like hanging out,
Oh my god.
living life.
Not even a guy you kind of hate?
I don't know. There's a couple people back home that are annoying, but I don't think I would ever wish death upon them.
Your life was pretty, what? Pretty sedate? Pretty sedated? Were you sedated?
No.
I don't get this. This is weird.
To be honest, this is the most dramatic my life has ever been, was meeting the both of you. I think within a day, I saw someone with a hole through their face to their torso and neck. So,
Yeah, same here.
yeah, I don't know what kind of normal activities you have in your life in terms of the drama, but this is far outside the realm of what I'm used to.
It's surprising because you handle yourself very. I mean, you like fought people and like beaten them up and probably killed them.
Faunalyn, I'm faking it.
Oh,
Do you know how hard this is?
is it odd for you?
Every day I have to put myself between you and some person you've pissed off.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, we're trying to save the princess, right? It's all princess stuff.
And yet, it's taken us, I think, several weeks to get on a boat to go to the Anchor's Chain, where we knew the princess to have been. We spent the last several nights tying up loose ends around the drama that is your life.
Well, I mean, to be fair, if it wasn't for the drama that is my life, we wouldn't have known about the fighting pit that we went to. And if it wasn't for the drama that I caused, we wouldn't have the money to get on the boat in the first place. So, I mean, damn it, I hate that you were so nice to me today because you're really making me kind of annoyed right now, but I can't say anything about it because you unmessed up my brain and said that nice thing about investing.
Well,
I will not get revenge on the Prailmes today. Does that make your life easier?
yes.
Well, good. I'm glad because you're my friend and it disquiets me that I am occasionally a burden to you.
Okay. Whatever you
Okay, good.
whatever you need to do to just feel good about this decision, I'll let you do it.
And I'm sorry that you've been having a hard time adjusting to the city atmosphere and the high drama circumstances that we as a group get ourselves into. That sincerely upsets me because I want my friends to have a nice time. And if you ever need anything, I'm here for you, whether that thing is talking or just hanging out.
I appreciate that. I can tell
Yeah,
you're trying
okay.
really hard to be nice.
I'm being nice.
I can
Bye.
tell.
And I'm gonna go over and stomp off to go hang out with Fallow.
Faunalyn stomps off to go hang out with Fallow. Clay, where are you going?
So the stops that she would make: Artist Guild, Madame Fauvabon, Fuzams, and debating maybe she wants to head back to where the clubhouse is, where Una and Riggs died, just to see if there's anything going on there.
Okay, so Clay sets off into the larger city, leaving Glimki at the Pearl District. A short while later, they are at Betla House, this austere building that serves as the home of the Artists Guild of Erdenine. You push the door open, and for once, the elven, you don't really know what his job title is. I guess butler, for lack of a better one. Parkley is not there, but you do see we'll say you walk around, you walk up and you see that your workspace is still there. No one's moved any of your things, though it has been quite some time actually since you've been here. It's been basically since you met these two, you've kind of haven't really been at the Artist Guild. There's been more pressing matters, of course. And you see there's a familiar elf in the corner staring at a chunk of marble, and there's a small group of onlookers, including the guildmaster, Devakase, and they're all gathered around staring at this elf, and you watch as this person takes a hammer and a chisel, and with great care, they slowly raise it up to the block of marble, and they give it the gentlest of taps, and the onlookers all gasp, and then the elf puts the hammer and the chisel down, and the crowd disperses, and Devakase spots you from across the room and walks up. She's wearing a lovely lime green dress with a animal fur around her shoulders. She's still got a precariously tippy wig. She says, "Oh, Miss Campbell, it was marvelous. You were there just in time. She has been assessing that block of marble for the better part of 2 years, and that is the first strike she has made, the first step towards what will undoubtedly be a masterpiece. I have not seen you in some time. I imagine you have been taking a similarly deliberate approach to your craft."
Yes, I've been out doing research, gaining inspiration, thinking about maybe I want to start a piece that's bigger, will take more time and investment.
Oh, how wonderful. You never know when the muse will strike, and when they do, it is like a firm but loving smack upon the bottom from a lover. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. I can't say I know what you're talking about, but I think the muse strikes people differently.
Indeed. Will someone open a window in here?
I take out a fan, I start fanning her.
Oh, thank you, darling. Now, tell me, what is this larger piece? What are you envisioning?
So recently, I had a chance to go out of the city and I saw a dragon.
Oh my.
And the dragon's mom apparently is a painter. And I don't know, I just thought that was pretty cool because I've never seen a real dragon before. I've only heard stories about Macrog and, things of the past. So I think going out of the city might bring me more inspiration, more chances to observe, I don't know, something I want to work on. And that's kind of what I wanted to stop by and talk to you about. So I heard that the Anchors chain has some islands with a lot of artists and merchants and stuff like that. And I thought I would try to go there and take a look. So I might be away from Erdenine for a while and was wondering what the status of my membership would be like while I'm away.
Of course. Well, first off, I hope we don't lose you to Mengen. It is a fine place, of course, and many artists early in their career choose to go there and spend time honing their craft, but I truly believe it has nothing that we cannot offer you here in Erdenine. As for your membership, of course, I don't know how long you plan on being away. From what I can remember, you've been an esteemed member of our organization for the better part of 3 weeks, perhaps slightly less even. Your monthly payment would, of course, be due 40 days, 1 month after you first made it. So I could check the specifics, but as long as you're back in, 2 weeks or so, there should be no issues with your standing. If you wish to make a payment now to ensure you remain in good standing upon your return, of course, that would be welcome.
I'm going to give Miss Shay 10 gold for my next month, and then I'll split up the rest of the gold amongst us when we meet up. But for now, I'm taking away 10 just to put a down payment.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, my dear. I am so excited for you and whatever draconic inspired work you're putting together.
Thank you. Are there any like guild resources or like connections you have in Mengen you mentioned?
Define resource or connection. If you're looking for merely somebody I'm familiar with, then you could seek out Baina Torosi. She was a former friend of mine, shall we say. We're not exactly on speaking terms anymore, but she still has a studio there. You could seek her out, and I'm sure she would, well, maybe not greet you warmly, but she could teach you a thing or two about art and other things.
Yeah, I think I'd be interested in that. Is she a member of the guild or no longer?
No. She hasn't set foot in Erdenine since. And then she kind of looks off into the middle distance. The incident.
Oh, okay. Is there any messages you'd like me to pass on to her if I find her?
You know what? If you would give me a minute, I actually have something that perhaps you could give her. I was hoping she would come around at some point, but, grudges be grudges. I'll be right back. And she hurriedly totters away, wig trailing behind her like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And she comes back a few minutes later with a small bag, a little tiny cloth bag with a drawstring. And she passes it to you. She puts it in your hand, and you think it's maybe like money at first, but as she hands it to you, it appears to have a single thing inside of it, and it feels round and smooth, but it's not coin, but you're not entirely sure what it is.
Oh, can I ask what it is?
Ideally, it's a men's, but we'll see.
Feels like an egg.
And from that egg will hatch a reborn friendship. Yes. If I wasn't blessed as an artist, perhaps a poet could have been my calling. Ever the beautiful, the words that depart upon my lips and tongue.
Okay. No letter or words or poems for your friend?
You could tell her if she wishes to impart upon my lips and tongue in the future, that would be most welcome. But otherwise, let's just see how the gift goes, and we'll deal with the rest as it comes.
Okay, sounds good. I'll pass it on to her if I do end up meeting up with her. And if not, I'll bring this back to you.
Thank you. Miss Campbell, you are... yes.
Thank you. Okay, see you around. Tell Parkley I said hi.
Of course. He is quite the fan. Always talking about you.
Oh, that's so sweet of him. Tell him my studio's off limits.
Of course.
Thank you. I leave.
Yeah, you head out, and where to next?
To Madame Fauvemont? Did I already move out of her place? I feel like I
No,
did.
you just haven't been there in weeks.
Okay.
You show up to trade clothes for promised silks and have not swept once. The familiar bell dings above the door of Madame Fauvemont's dress shop. The floor is filthy. There are pieces of thread and scraps of fabric just piled up all over. Several large dust bunnies are hopping about. As you open the door, you hear from the back office, "I'm sick. Come back another day."
Oh, Madame, it's me. It's Clay. I'm sorry I haven't been by in a while.
Oh, Clay. Yes, I was meaning to talk to you about this. Oh, my head.
Are you okay?
Oh, no, just cold. This is all. But you do not sweep. You are not here anymore. We need to talk about your living arrangement. If you are not cleaning, then we might have a bit of a problem.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I suddenly got caught up in all this business, going to balls and stuff. It's a first for me. I am planning to actually leave the city soon. As you know, we're going to the Anchor's Chain, and I will bring you back that crate of silks.
To Attu! You hear the clacking of heels on wood, and she steps out from the back office, and her nose is red, and she's holding a very fancy tissue that appears to be made of cashmere.
Oh, cashmere. No wonder she's sneezing. What if she has like allergies?
Two crates was the agreed upon arrangement.
Okay. Yes, 2 crates from Avox, right?
That is correct. Find my original shipment and double it and pass it on to the not next person, just to me.
Okay. Your original shipment. Yes, will do. Do you have like a contact name to speak to that I should look up when I'm in the city?
Indeed. That no good, too shadowed. Marvin Prudence.
Marvin?
Marvin Prudence. That is correct. You can't miss him. He has 2 shadows and burnt orange skin. Tiefling fellow such as yourself. He is normally quite reliable, so I'm very curious to what went wrong. Not even a letter to inform me that the shipment would be delayed. So if you could, yes, speak to him, that would be, my head, most wonderful.
Okay. Yeah, I will try to see what's going on with your shipment for sure. Can I give her like some healing or a prayer or something for her?
You could give her either.
Yeah, I'll be like, oh, do you have the like a flu?
This is a summer cold, I think.
Summer cold?
La maladie.
Here, let me see if there's anything I can do. Please sit down.
She sits down on a nearby stool.
Okay. And I will cast. What do I cast on her?
Cast Fireball. Put her out of her misery.
Cure wounds.
Perfect. You lay your hands on her shoulders and say a prayer to Macrog, and for a second your hands kind of flare up. They burn bright and hot, and she looks up at you with grateful eyes, and then and sneezes directly in your face. At that moment, the door opens again, and a fancy-looking woman in a dress with a servant behind her steps in, and she says, Madame Carlswith, how good to see you. Let us begin the alterations. And she takes the cashmere and presses it up to her nose again and shakes her head. And the woman steps up onto a little, you'd think after all these times being in the shop, I'd learn the word, onto a little platform, a little circular platform. She steps up onto it. Madame Fulvamon says, Clay, return with the silks as soon as you can, but travel safe, and I shall keep your room until you return. And if you wish to go back to our previous arrangements, then we can continue as that. Otherwise, if this new life with the noble woman is more to your liking, then that is understandable as well. Safe travels.
Thank you. I hope you feel better.
Thank you.
Then I leave again.
As you're walking out the door, Madame Fulvamon is cutting little bits of fabric off of this dress that's in progress, and she goes, shoo! And you hear the noblewoman scream, and we will fade away
Oh no.
To Fuzam's.
Yes.
You walk in, you go down these dirty, dingy back alleys of the Copper District. It's been dry recently, so the streets aren't as muddy as they normally are. Return to a fine dirt, and you walk into the familiar meat locker that is Fuzam Biston's medical clinic, and you hear the sound of like springs on a bed going like, chick, 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 you know, like someone jumping on a bed.
Yeah.
Okay. I knock before going in. Hello?
Campbell, is that you? Do not come in here. This guy's super dead.
Do you need help?
Yeah, not sure what you can do, but come on in.
Okay, don't come in or come in.
No, come in.
Okay.
Hurry up, I'm getting tired.
Okay, I open the door.
You walk in, you see that there is of course, Fuzam with his wiry white hair, and he is currently jumping on the chest of a dwarf with sort of a dark blue complexion
who appears to be fully dead. And Fuzam is jumping on his chest. I was doing CPR, but my hands got tired, so I'm trying this out. It's not working. And you hear a crunch, and Fuzam lands a few inches lower than he previously did.
Ugh.
And he looks down at his shoes and says, well, I was due for a new pair. And he jumps down and says, he leaves little bloody footprints behind him. Campbell, here for that first day of work?
I think that guy's dead.
Oh yeah, super dead.
Yeah, but your CPR looks great.
He seemed fine till I started the CPR. Not sure what happened.
Oh. Yeah, about those shifts that I owe you.
Oh yeah, you owe me a lot of money for all the drugs.
Glimki didn't pay you?
No, you came here and made a deal with me to work for me in exchange for
yeah.
a week's
Those
worth
shifts.
of work.
I think I have to schedule those a bit further in the future. I'm not going to be in the city for a bit.
He looks at you with these black little beady eyes. He's looking up at you. You're more than twice as tall as he is. Don't fuck with me, Campbell.
I'm not. I'll be back.
Uh-huh. Okay, sounds good. So, whenever you get here, we'll schedule those shifts in. I understand you're coming, right? Though you're not gonna.
Oh no, I'm coming back.
You're not skipping town, never to return sort of vibes. You'll be back.
Oh yes, I plan to be back here for sure.
Planning to be back and being back are two very different things. I didn't plan to kill that man with CPR, but here we are.
Things have been getting a little crazy.
Tell me about it. He came in with a sprained wrist.
Yeah, turns out that there's demons living in people's basements in this city, and I think I just didn't know all this was going on. Yeah, so I'm leaving for a bit, hopefully to help find the princess, and when I'm back, I will schedule those shifts with you.
All right. Do you want to do me a favor? And he looks over at the body on the table. You mind dumping that somewhere? I'll take a day off.
Yeah, I'll take it to the crematorium. Why do you people burn bodies?
Usually in my backyard, but pile's getting a bit high these days, so I was hoping to offload. Don't worry about it. Slow and steady, am I right?
Yeah, I could help you with those when I'm back also.
Perfect. Don't know how long you'll be gone for, but if I still have a mountain of bodies in my backyard, any amount of time that you've been away will be too long, I imagine. But safe travels, Campbell, and remember what I taught you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yep.
See you around. I leave.
It's only malpractice if, and then the door slams and you don't hear whatever the punchline to that line was. And did you want to go anywhere else?
What time is it now?
It's probably been, honestly, the city's big enough that it's probably been a couple hours since you took off. So we'll say, I think last time we finished up around late morning. Mm-hmm. So we'll say it's early afternoon now.
I will stop by the clubhouse.
Okay.
We kind of just left it with the bodies inside, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to go approach right away. I kind of want to take a look from afar and see if it looks any different.
Yeah. You walk. It's not far from Fuzam's, but you head down the familiar streets that lead to Riggs's hideout. Park maybe a block away or just up the street. The door, which was previously broken down off its hinges, is leaning on the frame. It was never properly repaired. It's been a minute since you've been here. Mm-hmm. About a little under 2 weeks, 13 days. It seems like the door's been put back up, not properly repaired, but otherwise it looks quiet.
Has it been cleaned up, the gore that was inside?
You want to head in?
I guess, yeah. I head in from the secret. There was a back door, wasn't there?
There was.
I go from there.
Yeah, you travel around the corner into the alley. There's a pile of crates that hid the secret entrance. Slide it open and head down this ladder and through a tunnel, and then it's dark, it's dirty, and a little rat who does not appear to be anything more than a rat squeaks and scurries off as you step in. You get to a second ladder and you go up at this time and push open this trap door and stick your head in. It's dark, there's no light, there's just a bit of midday sun leaking in through the broken door propped up against the frame. Some dirty windows that are broken. The place appears to have been cleaned up. There are no body parts lying around, at the very least.
Anything out of place, or does this place still look occupied by people, or it's been untouched since?
Give me an investigation check.
A -1. Oh shit. Okay. Rolled a 7. So 6.
You look around, and maybe it's the wave of memories that kind of wash over you as you look around this place. The ratty couch where Riggs would usually sit, and the bar where Una would mix drinks, a little milk crate in the corner where Patrick would sit and give performances. This place was loud, and it feels deafeningly quiet right now. But you look around, there's a thick layer of dust on everything. It looks like obviously somebody came in to clean up the bodies, to remove the bodies. You look down at the spot where you last saw Una, and you see a dark stain on the wood of the floor, but otherwise, nothing really stands out. It seems pretty undisturbed other than their removal.
I think since it's still pretty early in the day, Clay's gonna take a seat at the bar and just sit. And I think she would maybe cry a little bit. Just break down a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she did fight the thing that killed her friends. So I think she would just kind of like go back there to think of them for a bit and promise to herself that she will fight him again, I guess. Get to the bottom of things, right their wrongs by finding the princess. And yeah, she just doesn't really want to forget them, I guess. So she'll just sit there and cry for a bit, and then she'll go.
I'll say we will leave Clay sitting at the bar, and as they sit and reflect and make that promise, we will cut over to Glimki, who you left in the Pearl District. Glimki, what are you doing?
First off, are they going to let me hang out on the boat? That's the first thing.
You go back to the dock?
Yeah.
You walk back to that info stand where the green dragonborn Kent is standing there, and he's playing with one of those stick and ball games, like the ball's on a string, he's trying to get to land in a cup, and you see that the ball has that same depiction of Zav as a sphere painted on it, and he just keeps playing with that, and then looks up and says, "Oh, hi, welcome back. So no refunds, if that's what you're here for. Otherwise, how can I help you?"
No, I'm not looking for a refund. My friends have a bunch of business that they gotta tie up here, and to be honest, I'm not from this city. And during my travels, I spent some time on boats, and I'm kind of looking to just hang out here if you'll have me. I'll pretty much be invisible. Just want to find some bunks, maybe pick them early before the rest of the crew shows up.
Right. Okay, so a couple things. First off, you have paid for a room.
Oh, perfect.
So you don't need to worry about that. You're not crew. You are a passenger, a welcome guest on a journey of discovery and enlightenment. So that's great.
Okay, well, that's nice.
Second thing is no can do.
What?
Specifically tried to sell you on the early boarding package, and you kind of turned your nose up at that.
Oh.
So if you've changed your mind, we can still offer that.
Wait.
It would be the 20 gold pieces for the early boarding package, and then unfortunately we would have to tack on a 15 gold piece premium surcharge for a oops, changed my mind, I do want to get on the boat early fee.
Okay, never mind.
Shoot. That will be another 17 gold for the never mind fee.
Wait, what do you mean?
I'm just pulling your tail.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You guys really charge a lot of money for this. This must be quite the experience.
I have always said, and I said this because Jar Arth said it to me, that knowledge shouldn't be free. You have to pay for it so that you feel like you've earned it.
That's so true.
That's an interesting perspective to have.
I mean, universities agree, to be fair. It's actually not that
Definitely.
controversial of a take.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
You'll find no one has more unique perspectives than Jar Arith.
I'm starting to realize. Okay, well, with that being said, then, yeah, sorry, I forgot that we had done the whole early fee thing. I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
Can't wait. Bright and early.
Right? Well, no, because remember, we're gonna be late.
I thought your friend was going to be late.
Well, okay.
Da-da-da! Where do you go?
This guy was really paying attention. Okay, Faunalyn's going back to the house. Clay's got all of these friends. Glimki's feeling a little lost, I guess, right now, because everyone else has like places to go and be and whatever. I think Glimki's really just wants to get on this boat and get out of the cement city. Man, I don't know.
Time to go kill some Prailmays, I guess.
I think I think the only thing that like pops into mind is like maybe going back to the bright scale.
Oh.
I don't know. He's like the only person he's talked to that seems to be like kind of friendly.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. He's going to wander around. Quick montage of him wandering around, looking in windows as like a sad song plays. Because he's just like now realizing that the only friends that he has are obviously preoccupied with their own things. And now he feels like all those miles come flying back and be like, oh man, I really am out here all alone. So maybe he like doesn't even realize that he like walks essentially back under the shadow of the, what is it?
Dragon's Heart Cathedral.
Yeah, Dragon's Heart. Yeah.
Yeah, you look up and realize you're standing in the shade of one of the dragon's wings that kind of makes this curved, almost like amphitheater sort of space outside. And you go in?
Yeah.
Okay. The door swings open and you see kind of sitting there near the door in a sort of a large, comfortable looking seat is Walter Salt. And he has a copy of some book open in front of him and he is staring at it intently, and it appears to be some sort of holy book. And as you push the door open, he looks up in surprise and quickly slams the book shut and says, "What do you want?"
Hi, Walter. What you reading there?
Nothing?
Well, you're clearly reading something.
Give me a persuasion roll.
I got a 11.
He kind of looks around conspiratorially and says, "I wasn't reading. I was drawing."
Oh, in the book?
He opens it up and you see, yeah, this is definitely like a holy book, and page is just full of penises.
Oh no.
What the hell? Glimki tries to yank the book away.
Give me, I don't know, give me an athletics check.
I got a 17.
Yeah, he's a kid. You immediately snatch it out of his hands.
What the hell, Walter?
I thought you'd be cool.
What is the book?
It appears to be a book of scriptures, just not entirely focused on Macrog, but like definitely with a emphasis.
What the hell, man?
I thought you'd be cool.
That'd be cool. You're drawing in a holy book.
Yeah, but it's funny.
Oh, it's funny to draw phallic shapes in a holy book?
Yeah.
That's absurd. Walter, why are you even here?
He kind of slumps his shoulders a little and says, "Well, my parents died."
Oh, fuck.
Thanks for asking. I lied. I was actually drawing pictures of you in the book.
Hey!
Because I'm a dick?
Yeah.
It rules.
I don't even know what to say to you. You're kind of a pain in my ass.
Yeah, that's what my parents said right before they died.
Your parents aren't dead. Get out of here.
No, they're dead. I'm an orphan.
That's okay. That's crazy. Go find a new book to draw dicks in.
Do you want to play?
What?
I don't know. A game. Stupid.
I'm not stupid. You name the game.
I don't know. Don't flinch.
I fake a punch at him.
He immediately punches.
You lose.
Fine. And he takes off one of his shoes and offers it to you. You get this.
The hell? No. Put your shoe back on. I have a better game.
Better than Dove Flitch?
I'm going to close my eyes.
Okay.
And I'm going to count to 60. And you're going to go run and hide.
I assume you're trying to get rid of him. But can I just clarify? Are you trying to get rid of him?
What? What do you mean?
Make a deception roll for me.
Now I got a 7.
You're just trying to get rid of me, aren't you?
No, don't be ridiculous. We're just going to play hide and seek. This is a huge cathedral. There's probably plenty of hiding places for you to go. But, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you're right. Like, it's probably not even worth it because I'll find you, like, in 2 seconds.
Can I have the book? I have a feeling it's going to take a while for you to find me.
No, I'm going to hold on to the book.
You suck, man. And he slowly wanders off down the hall.
What the frick? Okay. All right. I'll come looking for you. 59. 58.
Da 2 1. Do you even get that far? Or do you just like
No.
Okay.
Like 56? Fuck. Never mind. I actually want to take the book and go sit in a pew. What can I glean from this book?
A couple things. First off, Walter is unlikely to be admitted into the Artist Guild of Erdenine.
Anyone could have told you that.
Second off, I don't know. It's a big book. Is there anything specific you're looking for, or just skimming?
Let's see. We last time we talked with Bryce Gale, we talked about judgment, and I'm curious if there's any anecdotes in there about that.
I would say you flip through, and you come across a story. It's like it comes across pretty quick, and it is a story of the progenitor, the creator of the gods, of the divine octad itself. They are the children. The divine octad are the children of the progenitor. And you read about how the progenitor gave birth to Zav. It created life, and it created the divine octad. But it was also a being of cruelty and of malice and manipulation. And for many years, the children were kept in opposition of each other, pitted against each other, until one day, Galrin, the tungsten erudite, the goddess of arcana and knowledge, pieced together that the truths that they had been told by the progenitor had all been lies, and set off into the larger world to find her siblings and make peace, and simultaneously make war. As the 8 of them rose up together and overthrew the progenitor, and after a lengthy battle, they were able to bind it and stop it. And in that moment, Macrog passed his judgment upon his creator and consumed it with his holy fire, and the progenitor was destroyed, bringing peace to Zav and allowing life to flourish unshackled from that which had created it.
How in this world, so there's the Holy Octad, and then there's also the spirits. So like the spirits is something that like Glimki is like far more in tune with. How does that relationship kind of like exist in this world? Like if our people are way more spirit based, do we have a relationship with gods? How does that kind of work?
Yeah. The High Church of the Divine Octad, the official stance is that the Divine Octad are the 8 true gods of Zav, and that worship of any other entity, whether it be something infernal or a nature spirit, would ultimately be heresy and would be a mistake. That being said, most people in positions of power, other than the most fervent, would be tolerant of those who worship outside the divine octad. But there are definitely some within the high church who are not okay with that. And there have definitely been efforts to spread the word of the divine octad to everywhere,
Gotcha.
including places where historically worship of nature spirits was the norm or was the de facto. And as like part of that with your experience, I would say like there are temples to various members of the divine octad scattered throughout Dwells.
Okay.
And there are many who would worship perhaps Yusik or Odrejal.
Okay. So in Dwells, being religious would be like common or like not really?
I think there's a mix. I'd say probably for most folk, religion, worship of either Mulare or one of the
Gotcha.
members of the Divine Octad or the entire Octad would be common. I think most folks do not deny the existence of the gods. Even those who are like worshippers of Mulare aren't coming from a position that like necessarily that the gods are fraudulent or not worthy of their faith or anything else.
Okay. Interesting.
Mostly comes down to personal preference.
Interesting. Okay. With that being said, I think Glimki, after reading this and kind of having those conversations and thinking about it, I want to go up to the altar and I kind of want to like just put a word out there, but instead of to Malari, I want to see if I can talk to Macrog.
What do you say?
He's kind of like lost in it. I think like this would be the first time in Glimki's life where he is thinking of even interacting with a god. Like spiritually, it would have always been Malari. So he's like kind of trying to find his words, and he's like over explaining like I'm not a religious person, and I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but one of my friends is a great supporter of you and what you stand for, and I feel that I just want to learn more. I feel that nature kind of bends to the whim of the world around it as civilization kind of pushes and expands into the fringe that I know. But Macrog is a strong and steady force in the world on the mortal plane and beyond. I'm just looking for that bit of strength and confidence, and I don't know. I think I'm just looking for a little bit more guidance.
Your scalp starts to itch. And as you go to scratch it, your hand touches upon a leaf in your hair. And perhaps it's a memory, perhaps it's a message, but Mulari's words come back to you.
Beware the offerings of the gods. You do not need them. You need no other but myself. Reject the gods and embrace my kind, as your people did in the old days.
His words echo through your head, and there is no response.
Glimki, under this statue, wants to reach up and kind of run his fingers through the leaves on these twigs, and he wants to grab onto one of them and pull it out.
It is harder than pulling out a hair. It has strong roots, but you reach in and you grab and you pull out a leaf. What do you do with it?
I just want to see what happens. Like, does it shrivel? Does it disappear? Do I just have a leaf?
It does not disappear, but I will say it is this green leaf, and you pull it out, and as you look at it, the edges start to darken, and slowly it turns brown and dries up.
Glimki wants to take the leaf that's all brown and dead. I want to put it to mark the page in the book that I was reading, and I'll close it, put it in my bag, and I'm going to walk out.
Okay. Anywhere particular you want to go from there, or you just wander around?
No, I'll find my way back to wherever the road takes me at this point.
Sure, you've got some packing to do. You know, you don't
Yeah.
have much, but you do have to grab your possessions. But we'll say as the day comes to an end for you, you return to the mansion to make whatever preparations you have. Clay eventually makes their way there as well, and the two of you spend an evening getting ready to depart. Faunalyn,
Oh.
what say you? Where'd you go?
Faunalyn goes home and hangs out with Fallow.
Okay.
Period.
The two of you hang out in your room. She is frequently called away to assist Lady Berthold, who is furiously getting ready to depart. Fallow spends time, too many dates to the prom style, running between your room and Amala Berthold's room, helping the two of you pack. But as she's spending some time with you, she says, This will be good. Perhaps I know you seem to have schemes for when you are in the Anchor's Chain, but perhaps just spend some time at this learning center and try not to laugh, and you can come back and teach me everything you've learned, and maybe by then the princess will be found and you won't have to risk your life anymore.
Yes, the princess will be found by me, Fallow. But don't worry, I'm going to write to you constantly. You're going to feel like you're at the learning center. And I'm sorry for that, because it's going to be terrible.
Wonderful. Well, you can spare me most of the details. I would appreciate that.
Haha, not a chance.
Do me a favor. Make sure Lady Berthold doesn't get, financially ruined. She's got a good heart, and I am worried that I maybe have done a bad thing by putting her on this trajectory.
Fallow, I think they're already financially ruined.
Squeak to that.
Are you not getting like a sort of poor vibe from Kazarin lately?
He has been in a foul mood after cards most nights he goes out. It's been a while since he's had a win, but I'm sure his luck will turn around, or he'll know when to stop and will return home before things get too bad.
Fallow, he made me pay for the boat.
Yeah, that's not great.
No, it's not great. Your retirement savings are in order, right?
Retirement savings.
Fallow? We've had this talk. You have to put it into a dedicated account.
Yeah.
Fallow, it's the ponies, isn't it? Oh my god, it's the ponies again.
That's kind of my retirement plan as well. If you keep putting everything on black, eventually it'll stop coming up red.
Oh my god. Okay, well, while I'm away trying to fix my life, I'll also be trying to fix your life. And can you get to work on marrying a very rich man, just in case my thing falls through? Oh, speaking of men, can you do me a favor and make sure that while we're gone, Woody actually properly takes care of the azaleas? I know Glimki showed him how.
Well, not for me to correct you, my lady. His name is Wooly.
They don't care.
Yeah, I figured, but I felt like as a former bedmate of mine, I at least owed him that much.
Pardon?
I think it's very telling that you refuse to call him Woody. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm sorry, Woody.
It's fine. It's adequate. And that's all I'll say on the matter, you trollop.
Thank you. Oh, you. Okay.
Oh.
What takes one to know one? Anyway, just can you just do me a favor and make sure that he properly tends to the garden and the azaleas in particular? Because it would be bad if we came back and they were all messed up. Glimki would be sad.
I'll give him a stern talking to. Don't you worry.
You know, give him the hot spoon, I bet.
I like you better when you're on death's door and feeling penitent.
This is because you have Munchausen's. I proxy.
Yes, by the way, how's your stomach been feeling okay lately?
I'm sick to death, darling. Anyway, Faunalyn doesn't really have anything to do tonight. She just packs and shoots the shit with Fallow.
I will say, as that is wrapping up, that conversation, Fallow will say, I got you a little something, and by that I mean I maybe pilfered it from Lady Amala's bedchamber, but thought this might come in handy. or not. But I suppose if it stops you from getting yourself sawn in twain, then perhaps it is worth a little petty theft.
Do go on, and side note, come in handy like Wooly now that you've broken up, am I right?
Hey.
I'm sorry. That was funny.
I just think it's not fair if only one of us is allowed to be crude.
Okay, you're right. You were crude first. I'm just matching vibe.
Anyway, here you go. And she hands you a little box, like a little felt box that's wrapped in a ribbon.
Oh, you shouldn't have. What is it?
Oh, just some perfume that might make you slightly less, shall we say, abrasive to the average person when you are trying to schmooze them.
Oh my god! I don't need this, but I feel like it would work really well on Glimki. So this is helpful. Thank you. Is it floral? I'm gonna spritz some on myself so I can smell it.
No. Yes, it is floral. And furthermore, it is perfume of bewitching.
Ooh.
The box contains 2 tiny vials. Each vial contains magic perfume enough for 1 use. You can use an action to apply the perfume to yourself, and its effect lasts 1 hour. For the duration, you have advantage on all charisma checks directed at humanoids of challenge rating 1 or lower. Those subjected to the perfume's effects are not aware that they've been influenced by magic.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's awesome. Glimki is gonna love this. But I don't need it personally.
Of course.
Thank you.
Of course. Crazy Fallow, just doing things again.
Crazy Fellow, just doing things all the time. I feel like I don't have anything for you right now. I don't have any treats, but I'll come back with a princess, and then I'm going to get you a house so big that you can hold your own horse races inside of it.
That's a lovely offer. It sounds like I'll be living at a racetrack, which sounds less nice when I put it that way. But we can talk about it. I've got some design notes.
Yes. Oh, give them to me.
Well, not on
I
hand.
want to hear all about Fallow's dream house for the rest of the night.
Okay. You are up very late, packing. She accidentally forgets as she gets very excited talking about feng shui and design beliefs and how the atrium, of course, would have to be next to the powder room, lest somebody who's enjoying the views in the atrium and needs to powder their nose have to walk through a less desirable part of the house. She goes on for a very long time until she eventually falls asleep in your bed.
Aw.
You, not needing much sleep, is able to finish packing without her and then meditate for the rest of the night.
Oh, no, I don't meditate for the rest of the night. I go downstairs and I make sure Clay and Glimki's stuff is packed up too. Because there was like some talk of them not coming home last night, and they lived here for a little bit. So they've got stuff here. So I'm going to go make sure their stuff is packed up too.
I think we're headed back to the mansion also, right?
Yeah, you go, do you knock?
No, I just opened the door.
Yeah, you walk in on Clay and Glimki.
Just fully asleep already.
Performing CPR.
I learned a new technique. I'm going to jump with all of my body weight.
Okay, sorry. Good night. I close the door.
Who goes there?
Shush, 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 nothing. Shush, shush, go back to sleep. And then go upstairs. I thought Glimki was sleeping on the boat.
No.
I was rejected
Silly
from
me.
the boat.
No,
Even
you just
Faunalyn
had
didn't know that.
your broke ass just wouldn't pay.
My broke ass don't have any money.
Ah.
Oh, I split. When we get back to the manor, I split up my gold. So I have 90 remaining. So now we each have 30 gold.
Oh, that's so nice.
You guys paid for
It's too
everything so
nice.
far.
We don't deserve it.
It's our
You
gold.
gave me 30 gold pieces.
Yes.
You guys be giving me so much money. I didn't even have to blackmail you.
Hello, adventurer. I'm Lloyd, Dungeon Master of Nat 1 and Done, a Dungeons & Dragons actual play podcast that follows our group in a chaotic blend of traditional D&D play, humorous downtime both in and out of play, and a rich story with amazing players and characters. Join us as we embark on a campaign and some side quests where critical success and failure play an equal part in our story of mystery, danger, romance, intrigue, and a whole lot of fun. We are Nat 1 and Done, and we hope you come along with us on our quest for a good time.
Night falls upon Erdenine, and each of you in your own way seeks out rest. Glimki, you dream that you are riding upon the back of a dragon. Blue sky above you, endless white fluffy clouds. You're moving and feel the wind in your hair, and you reach up and you run your hands through your hair, and for the first time in many months there are no leaves. It's just hair.
Oh my god. Did you just get broken up with?
A shadow falls over you, and you look up, and you see a colossal crow standing above you. And you realize this is not a dragon. It is a tiny lizard, perhaps a gecko. And the crow quickly swings its head towards you, catching you and this lizard in its beak. And you awake with a start.
Okay. No other gods.
A new day has begun on Zav, and the house is a bustle. The house is a bustle. The servants are running every which way.
Ugh.
Lady Amala's shouting out instructions. The three of you get ready, and Amala stops you, Faunalyn, and says, Good morning, darling. Shall we depart right away? Do you wish to share a carriage? I arranged for one. I assume you'll be coming with me, or would you prefer to just meet me there?
I would love to go with you. I love spending mornings together. What? Why did you make that face like that was weird? We're friends. We hang out. We have breakfast together every day, as we established canonically last episode.
Don't you have a lunch to get to?
Yeah, we need Amala to arrive late. It's important that she's the one who arrives to the boat late.
No, I thought one of us was going to dress up like a rich person and then be like, this boat is shit. I don't want to get on it. And then walk away. And then we'd be off the hook because their boat wasn't good enough to entice the rich person.
Then we'd get kicked off.
I just promised Fallow that I wouldn't spend all of Amala's money. But I also made an internal promise to myself to stop making Glimki's life harder. So I woke up in a tough spot already. You know what, Amala? Yes. No. I put a pin in it. Let me just find out. 1 minute. And I go to talk to Glimki and Clay. Good morning. Sorry for waking you up in the dead of night. I hope I didn't scare you.
Ah!
Oh, you were scared.
Just kidding.
Oh, just kidding. Oh, funny. Oh, I guess I approached you. That's my bad. Good morning. Nobody said it back.
Oh, good morning.
Oh, good. Thank you, Clay. Should I be going to the boat and stalling it? I think some combination of us should go to the boat and stall the boat, and some combination of us should go to the interview.
The boat's gonna go. Like, the boat's gonna leave. We should be there when it's gonna leave.
Yeah, we don't have 600 gold to stall it, I guess.
No, we'll lie. We'll do a farce.
Man.
To be clear, Glimki, I'm trying to make your life easier
No,
by
I know.
causing a spectacle this time. This time it's not just me being dramatic. I'm trying to, be helpful.
No, I got you.
So how can
see.
I be helpful today? In my capacity as a chaotic drama queen, how can I help you this morning?
I just don't think that we're gonna be able to stall the boat. I think we're gonna try, but that thing's gonna set sail. A lot of people paid a lot of money to be there. I just don't think that's gonna go well.
They said they were going to stall the boat until afternoon because our friend was going to pay 600 gold.
Right.
But what if
true.
they stall it until noon and then our friend never appears? Then the boat will
That's
still
what I was
have been
saying.
stalled.
Okay, it's already
Yeah,
been
exactly.
stalled. Okay.
That's what I've been saying. Yeah.
But will they kick us off then if our friend never appears?
Well, if they kick us off, we'll find another boat. But it's worth a shot, right? Who's already paid that?
So we're just gonna. Sorry, we're gonna go
get
to
our
this
refund.
meeting, but we gotta be there by. We gotta be at the boat by noon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
And if they kick us off the boat, they kick us off the boat, I guess.
Yeah.
And we're arriving at the meeting like 2 hours early, right?
Yeah, we're gonna go early.
Oh,
Fashionably
okay.
early.
Fashionably early. It's cool. Okay, I like this plan. This plan is good.
It's the worst plan.
We don't think anybody needs to go to the boat
This is-
to be like, no, wait. And then if they start to try to leave, then one of us, has a fit or summons the fishmen to attack somebody or of the ilk.
Sure.
You don't sound confident.
No, let's do it. Let's do this and see what happens.
Okay.
Okay.
Commit
Let's see what
early
happens.
and see what happens.
I just didn't sleep very well, okay? It's been a
Oh,
hard
why?
few days. Nothing. Just, having some inner turmoil.
Oh, that's a bummer.
That's all good.
Do you think you're having inner turmoil at this advanced stage because you had an unchallenging series of formative years? Like you're just now experiencing the challenges of life?
Yeah, it might have something to do with it, yeah.
Okay, well, me and Clay are super traumatized, so if you need someone to talk to, we can help you through it.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's it. I was say, yeah, I found the last 2 weeks pretty challenging also.
Me as well. Actually, yeah, I'm I'm saying it like I've not also been struggling. I haven't enjoyed being almost killed. I don't know about you guys. How are you guys doing with that?
Yeah, it's definitely a change.
Yeah. I feel like nothing like this has ever happened in my life before this whole thing happened. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
Some things in my
We
life
should
have
get
happened
going,
like this,
right?
but mostly no. Yeah, we should get going.
I mean, we're 2 hours early to the meeting.
Yeah, that's true. Like, what are we going to do? Be late? As a quick side note, I've decided to be a better friend to both of you upon reflecting on my actions. So later, Clay, I'm going to be asking you why you don't have a mom. And Glimki, I'm going to be asking you why you have leaves in your hair. Because friends ask about their friends.
Okay.
So look forward to that. Okay.
Does that mean I get to ask you more about your real name? Or do I just keep calling you Faunalyn?
Yeah.
What do you mean? My name is Faunalyn.
Exactly. All right, let's go to this meeting.
Following the instructions contained on the invitation you received, you head east into the Ruby District. You previously traveled to the northern tip, where the Prailme estate is nestled away. Was nestled away, perhaps, one might say. But following the directions leads you to the southern edge of the island that the Ruby District is upon. You stand in front of a large iron gate with a brick wall wrapping around this large, pristine estate, carefully manicured lawn, and dozens of topiaries trimmed in the shape of familiar animals such as giraffes, and elephants, and lions, squirrels, and gorillas dot the landscape.
Oh my.
And as you reach the gate, one of the nearest shrubs, carved in the shape of a gorilla, turns its head to look at you. And on carefully placed limbs, just knuckles pressed into the grass, it begins to move. And it walks up to the gate and, in a large leafy hand, pulls it open and says, "I'm terribly sorry, but it would appear you're just a tad early. Lady Faunalyn Vaydark, I presume."
Yes, I'm a bit early, but like in the kind of way that someone as rich and important as me can get away with. You know what I'm saying, Shrub?
"Of course.
Yes, of course.
My name's Checkers."
Oh, Checkers. Actually, you have a lot in common with my good friend Glimki here.
What?
You both have leaves in you're both leafy.
"Are you a shrub as well?"
Not entirely.
"Oh,
He's a gardener.
oh. Have you come to trim me?"
It does look like you could use a little bit.
"Oh,
Maybe while these guys are talking, we could sort you out.
okay. That sounds nice. Will I still be a gorilla after?"
Yeah, I'll keep you in shape.
"Thank you. Well, Truncheon might not want to let you in, but I can bring you to the door, and he can decide."
Sounds good, Checkers.
"Okay. Walk this way." And he walks with his knuckles on the ground as a giant leafy gorilla is ought to do, and you follow him into the estate. You see at the center of it all is this beautiful mansion, just beautifully constructed with dark red stones and countless windows lined with white trim. There's a fountain of a marble elephant that sprays water in the air, and as you approach, it stops spraying and tilts its head down and says, "Come on in, Checkers." And Checkers says, "Good morning, Mr. Spray. How are you today?" "Oh, no problems. Just making sure everything's nice and bright and spraying." "That's good. You should keep doing that then." You got it."
I love Checkers so much, but the fact that we've taken 20 episodes to get on a boat, and we've had multiple people asking us, like, are you finally going to get on a boat? Are you guys actually going to get on a boat this episode? Like, we're at this point, we're toying with the audience because we are fully meeting a talking shrub and a fountain and watching them have a pleasant little interaction about their days. Instead of, like, Bard Soup players will literally do anything but get on a boat.
Yeah. I forgot the part where that's my problem. As you're walking, you look out and you see the other shrubs are also walking around. You see the giraffe reaches up to take a nibble from a tree and then shakes his head and says, "That's not right of me to do. Kin should not eat kin."
Dear God.
Are they carnivores?
You look off in the distance and you see a group of older looking women wearing lovely dresses and sun hats, playing a game of croquet on a nice little corner of the lawn of the estate. And Checkers leads you to the door and carefully takes a little iron knocker on it and pinches it between his leafy fingers and dunk, dunk, dunk. And a second later, the door opens, revealing a pot-bellied halfling in a tailcoat. He's got thinning gray hair, which he has carefully combed over. And he looks at the three of you somewhat confusedly. "Might I help you?"
Hello, Lady Faunalyn Vaydark. We're here to meet with the Lady Melanie Marinelli for a quick tete-a-tete. We know we're a bit early, but frankly, this is the only time that works for us. And we weren't consulted on the original invitation vis-a-vis our preferred scheduling, so this is just the best that we can do, and we would love to speak to the lady now.
Give me a persuasion check.
Is this our first roll of the whole day, guys?
Oh, everyone's been making rolls. Glimki was lying to orphans. Clay was lying to doctors, maybe?
Okay, well, this is my first
Glimki
roll
was
of the whole
stealing
day.
books out of children's hands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, the allegations have not been beaten today because that was a 14. My persuasion plus 5, that's a 21. No, 19.
Well, I suppose that is our fault for not taking better care to take into account your availability. Tick merely said you wished to meet for lunch, Lady Vaydark, but I do apologize. Perhaps you would care to join Lady Marinelli for breakfast?
We would love to. Thank you very kindly.
Very good. That will be all, Checkers. Thank you. You may return to your post.
Okay. I hope you have a nice day, Truncheon.
Oh,
He looks at you, Glimki.
I guess I'll find you outside to give you that trim.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Okay, bye. Bye,
In
Checkers.
time for revenge, we can give a bush a haircut. Okay, cool. Yeah, I can't get vengeance on my enemies because we're low on time.
I'm sure you're going to be having a very in-depth conversation. I can sneak away to give a gorilla a haircut.
I'm going to be having an in-depth call. We're here as a unit to question a witness.
Who is this person?
Lock in. Sometimes I swear to God, you know what? You gave me a hard time yesterday. You were like, we get so distracted cleaning up your kerfuffles. Sometimes I think that despite my kerfuffles, I'm the one with my eye on the prize the most. Melanie Marinelli is the handmaiden of the princess who was in her bed the night the princess was kidnapped or disappeared. And they had agreed that Melanie would sleep in the princess's bed so that princess could sneak away and meet the bastard prince, Orlin Brightstone.
Okay, so we already know all of that.
Orlin Brightstone is my ex. What is the bastard prince's name?
Bertram Vestergaard.
Bertram Vestergaard. Forget the thing I said about Orlin. We don't need to talk about Orlin. The point is, she knows things. She woke up in the night, there was a kerfuffle, there was some dirt on the ground. We're going to find out what she knows, and we're going to get on the boat with more information.
Got it.
It is madness, but there's method to it, okay? I'm a mess and a half, but I'm a mess and a half because I want to be rich again. So, game face is on. I need you at the table being nice because you're better at this than I am. Clay, big cow eyes. Gorgeous big cow eyes, okay? Be yourself. She's gonna love you. Me? I'm gonna do the niceties, and then perchance, shut the hell up. That seems to work best for me. We're going to get the info, we're going to get out, and then we're going to get on a ship. And ideally, we're going to do it this episode because I'm worried that the comments are going to get mean. Okay? So in there, game face is on. Let's do this. Detective style. Rumpus on 3. 1, 2, 3. Rumpus.
1, 2, 3. Rumpus.
Thank you.
Rumpus, that was wonderful. Shall we go inside?
Let's go inside.
And it would be my honor to bring you inside. And so I shall.
Who are you talking to?
Herself, it sounds like.
And he turns around and brings you inside. He leads you through a very, very nice home. Several servants wander around cleaning. One is dusting off a bust of a kind and slightly older woman, and Truncheon leads you through into a dining hall, which is this fine room with large windows, and it actually brings you a little bit closer to that croquet game you saw. And one of the women outside, you see she looks very similar to the one depicted in the bust. And Truncheon says, "You may sit, and I shall inform Lady Milani that visitors have arrived." Ta-ta. And you are left there for 15 minutes before a young woman, appears to be in her early 20s, enters the room. She is wearing a very simple, almost like a robe, honestly, almost like a robe. Her hair is a mess. And one look at her, Clay especially, from a medically trained individual, you can tell she is looking a little gaunt and has these heavy bags under her eyes and just does not look well. And she enters the room and gives a curtsy and says, "Lady Vaydark, it is such a honor to have you in my home. Thank you for coming. It's most kind of you. I'm sorry I'm not better prepared."
No, you look radiant. Honestly, you've got to drop a skincare routine because first thing in the morning, you are looking bright and fresh as a daisy. And we're so sorry to intrude, Lady Marinelli. It's just that, frankly, and you are, from what I've heard, an exceptionally bright young woman. I feel that I must, just get straight to the point with you. Frankly, my friends and I are in the business of looking for the princess, and from what we understand, you've graciously agreed to speak to us on the matter, which is just so good of you.
Her eyes widen as you say that. "I don't know what you've been told, but I was under the impression this was but a simple lunch. But a simple lunch. There we go. We'll give her a little stank. But a simple lunch."
She's gone from French to British to Italian in the last 2 minutes.
Shut up.
Love it.
We'll
She's a
settle in.
chameleon. She's a chameleon.
She's a culture vulture.
Finding her. You're finding her. Bit of a miscommunication. Yes, well, now that you know, you can prepare yourself and we'll just stick to the subject at hand. We'll get through it. Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. We'll get through it real nice and quick. And then you can go back to not being seen in public since the princess was disappeared, from what I understand. Why don't you go ahead and tell us about that night in your own words?
Give me a persuasion roll.
Well, probably going to be a 19.
Have you considered shaking the die?
I shit you not, it's a 19.
No
I shit you not. I'm not going to touch it. Natural 14. I think with dice, I am the luckiest person that I know.
I already told the guards and the detective everything I know, but it has been a rather long time that she's been gone, and there's been no real updates from what I have heard, so I will tell you what I told the detective. The night the princess went missing, I helped to do a classic swapsies. You know what the swapsies is?
Classic swapsies, yes. Of course, every rich girl knows about classic swapsies. Go on.
Yes, I, as her lady in waiting, I drank a potion that made me look like her, and then I crawled into her bed, and she snuck out, to meet with the Prince Bertram Vestergaard, and then I fell asleep. And then in the morning, I woke, and the princess was not there. And before that, I heard her come back in, I think, but I was sleepy, and I thought she crawled into the bed next to me. But then when I awoke, she was not there, and the room was dirty, and that's about it.
The hell?
What kind of dirt was it? Like you say dirty, was it just generic dirt? And like piles of dirt, tracks of dirt, footprints? What are we talking?
It was like a scattered, like if you took the sand and you tossed it in the room, but if the sand was a black.
Oh. Playing Glimki, do either of you know of any magical spells or rituals that would require sprinkling of dirt like that, or ash or something black? Was it certainly dirt, Milani, may I ask, or was it just a black, grainy substance?
It felt like the sand. There was little pile of it, and I ran it through my finger.
Okay, yeah. Does that ring any bells for us?
Yeah. Can I do some sort of check?
You can both make Arcana checks if you want.
Yes, please.
Why is my Arcana so bad, though?
Oh yeah, 3.
It never gets old!
5 for me.
Yeah, the two of you are divine magic users, relatively novice magic users at that. This does not ring any bells for you.
Okay.
Another quick question. Glimki, in your book about the islands, the Anchor's Chain, was there mention of an island with black sand? Because I think there might have been.
Interesting. Let's take a look.
And wouldn't that be such a good and fun clue? Sorry, Milani, I'm not enjoying this. While my friend references his encyclopedia there, I would like to know, firstly, how often did the princess sneak out?
Not often. She's a good girl, but lately she has been rendezvousing with the Prince Bertram Vestergaard, and so she has snuck out more because her father does not approve of the union or a potential union. So she has been sneaking out at night to spend time with him.
Okay, so
Glimki has a travel guide open, just like maps are pouring out.
yeah, I don't see any mention of black sand anywhere. There's a couple volcanic islands.
There are a couple of volcanic islands.
Ooh.
There is also Silver Shores Resort, which is on Bogatir, but there does not appear to be mention of black sand.
Yeah, there's no explicit mention of black sand. However, there are mentions of a volcanic. Arakil is that how you pronounce it?
Arakil.
Arakil is a volcanic island, so that could have some. Don't know. Sorry, I wish this was a little more helpful.
No, I think it's helpful. I mean, we should just ask people who know the chain better whether there's any places with black sand. Because that seems like a possibility, right?
Definitely.
Or otherwise it was used for some kind of arcane ritual, right?
True.
Like maybe she was magically, I don't know. Anyway, there's definitely something. It doesn't sound like generic dirt.
Certainly.
Milani.
Yes, Lady Vaydark.
So these potions, this potion that you drank for the true classic swapsy situation, how many people would have had access to those potions? Are they common?
No, I do not think so. I do not know where the princess got it, or who made it for her, but she got it, and I drank it.
As a good handmaid would.
Handmaid?
Handmaiden?
Wait, did you talk to the short detective with the invisible hat?
Yes.
I told him I am lady in waiting. I am not the handmaiden. I am not servant. I'm a dear companion.
That clears up so many things.
I explained it to him like many times what the difference is, but he kept saying handmaidens this, handmaidens that.
No, that makes it because I was thinking you are quite refined for a maid. Is what I was thinking.
No, I am not a maid. I am a dear companion of the princess. He kept saying handmaiden and then some very sexist things.
Oh, he's very, very sexist. Did he say anything like twain to dame? Did he say something about a dame? Never trust a dame. Twain to dame.
I think it was every second word out of his mouth. It was handmaiden dame, a handmaiden dame. Very hard to
Yes.
have a conversation.
He's impossible to talk to. Cool hat, though. Clay and Glimki, you had some questions, I believe.
Yeah. Who else might have known that the princess was sneaking out?
No, Barty. Unless somebody broke the law and read the letters that he has sent her.
He wrote her letters?
Indeed. But no one would stoop so low to open a letter and read a letter not intended for them. She looks a little fidgety all of a sudden.
Some people would certainly open a letter not addressed to them.
No, they would never. It is illegal to read the letters that are not for you.
But if it was checking to prevent someone threatening the princess, it would be okay.
Do you think that if the princess is gone, it is okay to read the letters?
You have the letters right now?
Maybe.
Okay, we have to read the letters.
Yeah.
I only have the one letter.
If we have to read the letter.
I did not want the king to find out about the rendezvous because I was sworn to the secrecy.
Okay, well, you may be sworn to secrecy, but you should also be sworn to protecting her. And right now, keeping this a secret is doing more to put her in danger than anything else.
I already told the detective, and the detective said he was with the city, and he was not a private detective, he was a public detective, and that everybody would know. Is that not true?
Wait, you told him what?
Oh, well, I did not tell him about the letters.
Okay, that's
I
okay.
told him the other stuff.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
You're a good friend for protecting the princess's secrets.
Thank
but
you.
Now her life is in danger.
Oh,
And so we need to see that letter.
Mamma mia.
Why is she so Italian?
Oh my god, you can't just ask why somebody why they're so Italian. She walks out of the room. She says, I'll be right at the back. And she comes back a few minutes later with an envelope clenched tightly in her hands. This was the last letter that the princess sent to her before she disappeared.
Do you want to read it together? Have you read it?
We are ready together. We were jumping up and down on the bed like we were children again. She was so excited.
I see.
Did you say wahoo?
Yes, it is like you were there.
Yes.
And then she fell off the bed and she said, "Oh, whoa, 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 whoa."
And then she bounced off the floor and then fell past the floor.
Indeed, and then she shrunk like 3 feet.
The coin fell out.
Indeed.
This isn't Sonic.
Sometimes Mario loses coins too.
Yeah, those are rings. My bad.
Yeah, she hands you the letter. It is a classic love letter. It is addressed to the princess and espousing the author's affection for her. Quickly comments on a recent rendezvous and how joyous it was and how he cannot wait until he has the opportunity to see her again, and then invites her for another rendezvous on the 13th of Zemfist at a place called Meech Bluff.
Of what?
The 13th of Zemfist, which would be the night before she was pronounced missing.
Is Meech Bluff somewhere around Erdony?
Yeah, I would say, Clay, you are familiar with it by name, if not by personally seeing it. It is a cliff with a beautiful view of the Elsween Sea. Not too far from here, actually. It's on the eastern edge of the Ruby District.
Does it have black sand there?
Not to your knowledge, but it's not too far. You could probably go check it out before heading to the boat.
Oh.
Anything else in this letter?
It is signed BV.
That's not a great initial.
That's not his fault. It's mine.
Still unfortunate.
He's the bastard prince.
Would she have run away to be with this prince, do you think? And faked her own kidnapping?
It is possible, but I think I thought she came back. I was really sleepy, so I did not fully awaken. Perhaps it was just a dream, but I could have sworn she climbed into the bed next to me.
What if she brought the dirt back?
So she did sneak out. Then she came back.
And then she disappeared.
And then she disappeared. I would like to whisper to Clay and be like, and may I remind you, you did help carry a bag with a certain someone in it Perhaps.
Yeah.
Oh, Maloney, was there a rug in the room at all?
Of course, she is a princess. Princesses have rugs.
'Cause wasn't the package rolled up in a rug?
Yeah, I think it was a rug.
And was the rug still there?
Was anything else missing from the room also?
Mostly just the princess before I started screaming. Well, first I did not start screaming. I started looking around and she had not been seen. And then I started screaming and then it was determined that she was gone. So in short, I did not notice that anything else was missing. But I don't think the rug was gone. I believe, in fact, I know it was not because the sand was piled up upon it.
What the heck?
Well, I hate to be the one to remind us, but I feel like all signs are just pointing to the boat. We just gotta get on that boat.
You think a boat that kidnapped the princess?
Yeah.
Yes.
The boat? No.
We do think that.
Oh, I had not considered that because the princess lived in the tower. So why would the boat get into the tower? That makes it the perfect suspect.
The boat didn't kidnap the princess. Guys, what are we doing here?
We're asking the Lady Marinelli whether the princess had any enemies.
No, everybody loved the princess.
That's not true. Was anyone jealous of her?
No, everybody loved the princess.
Marinelli.
I love the princess. You love the princess. We all love the princess.
Insight. I want to look at her. She's being really forthcoming with everyone loved her.
Go for it.
Come on now. Let's be real with each other. I got a 12.
Everybody loved the princess.
I don't. Guys, you would know better than me. I'm new here. Did everyone really love a princess?
History.
I think we heard she's really well liked.
Yeah. Everyone did love the princess.
I think from what I've heard, everybody loved a princess. And if somebody didn't love a princess, that's not something we would
Okay.
know.
Follow-up question. You know who BV is?
Yes, it is the Bertram of Vestergaard.
Where's he been for the past 2 weeks?
I have not seen him.
Ooh.
I do not know him very well.
He's the bastard prince of the north.
Mm-hmm.
It is more like a parents were not lawfully wed bastard, from my understanding, not a reflection on his character.
I see.
But no, I mean, everybody loved the princess. Perhaps too many people loved the princess. The prince loved the princess. The other prince loved the princess.
Which other prince?
The Prince of Malfirth.
Oh my god, everybody. What the heck?
Yes, everybody loved the princess.
But they must all not like each other.
I do not know. But the princess, she was not interested in the Malfirth. She only had the eyes for the Bertram Vestergaard.
Okay, so, I mean, that seems like
Malford.
Malfirth might have had some
Motive.
motive here.
That checks out.
Yeah.
Okay, last question. Maloney.
Last answer. Faunalyn.
Cheeky.
I thought we were being cute. Sorry, I was starting to feel like
No, we
my
were
other...
being cute.
I was starting to feel like my
we're
older
being
self.
cute.
I will go back to being a shrunken husk of a woman.
Don't you
The
dare.
hell,
I
Swedish
like
now?
the old self.
Mamma mia, I'm a Swedish now.
Okay. Melanie. Does anybody ever call you Melon? That'd be cute.
No. Was that your last question? Then my last answer is no. Nobody ever called me Melon.
No. No, my last
no.
question is what else aren't you telling us?
Well, lots of the things. My relationship with my father is not so great. We do not talk so much anymore. I've been living here now for 2 weeks, and we're getting a little bit better, and I think we'll ultimately be okay, but I don't think we'll ever be super close. I love my mama more than I love my papa.
And about that night and the princess's secrets?
No. I don't think Bertram Vestergaard took the princess. Or, if he did, I don't know why she did not tell me that they were going to elope or whatever. But I still love the princess.
What are your thoughts on that other prince?
Well, he's kind of a douche. No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Huge
For
douche.
sure.
Huge. He tried to kill us. Huge douche.
Oh! Oh my! Mamma mia!
Yeah. I'd like to do a quick, cheeky insight check on whether she is not hiding anything else. Guys, that's not a 19 because it's a dirty 20.
Wow.
She seems like an open and now closed book. You know, it doesn't seem like she's hiding anything. She seems like Almost, if anything, like relieved after having somebody to talk to.
Okay, well, that's it from me. Playing Glimki?
That's pretty much it for me, too.
Yeah. I don't know if we learned
Okay.
anything new
Yeah. I mean, we got the letter, but that's...
with the black sand.
I feel like we definitely learned new things. We learned about the sand and stuff.
This black sand.
Yeah, should we check out Meech Bluff?
Let's ask about it. What if there's black sand there? But you know what occurred to me for the first time during this conversation? Milani, you can hear this. That's okay. Maybe the package that was seen being loaded onto the boat didn't contain the princess. It could have been anybody inside.
That's very true. It could be a completely, like, it could be a red herring for sure.
Yeah, what if it's a red herring? Anyway, worth considering. That's an assumption we've been relying on, but it doesn't mean it's true. Milani, you're great. Let's be friends when I come back. Take care.
You take care as well. Now, would you like to eat at a breakfast?
We have to go. We have to go. Glimki needs to give a bush a haircut, and then we have to get on a boat.
Oh, okay. Goodbye, Lady Vaydark. It was nice meeting you. Thank you for being so kind. I don't know if anybody's ever told you this, but you seem like a very nice woman.
People tell me that all the time because I'm a very nice woman. You too. You seem like a very nice woman. I see why the princess likes you, and I hope we can all hang out. Okay, toodles!
Toodles. You step outside. Checkers is holding a set of shears and sitting by the gate.
I very, very, very gingerly clip off, just like pruning. I'm not trying to reshape.
Yeah, not making him into a lemur. I gotcha. Do I look nice?
17.
All right. He walks over and looks at his reflection in the fountain. And he's like, do I look nice?
You look like a gorilla.
Thank you. That's all I've ever wanted to be.
Hey, quick question, Checkers.
Yes.
Have you ever heard anything weird from Marinelli at all?
Her accent's a little off-putting.
It is a little bit. Just curious, about her. Do you know anything about her relationship with the princess? Did they ever hang out here? Did you ever get to meet her?
She doesn't spend much time here anymore. I think she doesn't like me anymore. Now that she's friends with the princess.
Oh, well,
Ever since she moved to the castle, she doesn't come here as much anymore.
Well, she's here now.
Probably on account that her relationship with her father isn't great. Not terrible, but it could be better.
Oh, very insightful.
You hear a lot when you sit outside a window pretending to be just a shrub.
And what other interesting things have you heard? Specifically about the princess and her disappearance.
Oh, that's about it.
I don't believe you.
It's going to be really hard for you to tell if I'm lying because I have no telltale giveaways such as eyes or breathing.
Like between shrub brothers.
Oh yeah.
We gotta stick together, man. These full blood human elf gnome people, they don't get it. They don't have the connection that we have, alright?
That's true. Well, I'll keep an ear open, but the lady just seems very sad.
Okay. Well, as long as you think it's genuine.
I think so. I'll try and cheer her up, though. I've been doing little songs for her.
Oh, that's very nice. A musical ape. That's pretty cool.
What's an ape?
Gorilla, I guess. Isn't a gorilla an ape?
I don't know. I'm just a bush.
Okay. I miss you. I'll miss you.
I miss you too.
Bye.
Bye. He puts his big leafy hand up to yours and...
Okay, bye.
The three of you leave.
Why didn't we ask what's up with the talking fountain and the talking bushes? Why didn't we ask Miss Marinelli that?
We listen and we
Rich
don't
people
judge.
Yeah.
The Berthold
That's just how
Maze will
rich
say
people are.
crazy
Yeah.
things.
Are the Bertholds too poor to have talking bushes?
Hmm?
Oh,
I was thinking that. I was like, man, the Bertholds are...
dang.
I chose the wrong family. Their flowers don't even talk.
Didn't we steal all their roses and stuff?
Your flowers are beautiful, actually.
I guess my question is, are you making a pit stop at Meech Bluff, or are you going directly to the docks?
Just a quick look around.
Oh my god. Now it's your fault.
We're
it's
not
not
getting
me
on it.
anymore.
I'm
You
telling you,
specifically
we're not
said
getting
there
on the
was
boat.
enough time to
Ever.
check out Beach Bluff.
It's close. If you hurry, you can probably make it.
We're rushing.
Okay, let's hurry.
Da-da-da! It was a fast one. You're running through the streets of the Ruby District. Posh people say, "Oh my!" as you run past. A guard says, "Why, I never!" And you continue up to the coast. You go up this large, winding path that leads upwards until you reach this outcrop, this cliff that looks out over the Elsween Sea. It's maybe 150 feet below you. Waves are just lapping at the island, crashing against the rocks. You can see the docks off to the south. And yeah, you look around and there is this beautiful stained glass gazebo that the path kind of ends at. You see a couple benches stationed around it, and it just seems like a very nice spot.
Do we see black sand?
There is a sandy trail of sorts that leads to this spot, but it is a classic white sand.
And this is where she was supposed to meet BV.
It's where they've been meeting, right?
Unclear. At the very least, they planned on meeting here the night she disappeared, or the night before, depending on how you want to frame it.
What does quick investigation?
Go to the glass thing. I want to go to the glass gazebo thing.
Yeah. You wander around that. Do you want to make an investigation check?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Oh my god, nat 20.
Whoa.
Sheesh.
Yo, me too.
Oh yeah.
Actually.
No! We solved the crime.
You find the princess. She's tied up and looks very annoyed. I will say, Clay and Glimki, you two split up and you walk around the outside of the gazebo, and then there's like these two side entrances, and you each go into a separate entrance. You both get on your hands and knees and reach under one of the benches. Your fingers touch. There's no sparks. And
Says you.
Can they roll for sparks? Yeah.
all right, roll for sparks.
We can roll either performance or
Deception.
Pretending to feel sparks. Deception.
I rolled a 16, so for deception, that's a 20.
All right, I rolled a 4 plus 2 on I'll never tell.
You both are pretty sure the other likes you. You're definitely like, shit.
God.
Glimki's got a crush on me. Shit. Clay's got a crush on me.
Faunalyn walks in and she's like, the vibe in here is weird.
But before anyone can comment on the vibe, your fingers, they touch, but then you realize that they are both touching the same object. And at the same time, you pull your hands out, revealing the dried husk of a dead locust.
Locust.
Oh my.
Holy shit. We just busted this case wide open.
That's actually a huge clue.
We knew it was related.
Oh my god. So we see the locust. What is the name of that family again? The evil family.
Malford?
The
Marinelli?
evil the
Prelmy?
evil family.
Prelmy.
The Prelmies, right? They were the evil ones with the locust man, right?
No, we think Malford sent the
Oh, it
locust
was Prince
after us.
Malford. Right.
Yeah.
It's
The butcher.
Lord of
The
Quiet
butcher.
or whatever.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
We got his name.
Thayun Zahir.
Yes.
Oh, thank you to hear. Yeah, thanks.
Okay, so the jealous ex angle seems to be pretty accurate.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be accused of making anyone's life harder, but I don't think we should get on that boat.
What?
That'd be a great stinger to end the episode with, Zach, if you wanted to.
No, I'm not. I reject the premise.
Okay,
your math.
I gave it so much. That's why I paused.
Well, choo-choo, ice is a railroad.
It's a boat.
Submarine! For the listeners at home who can't see, Zach has his conductor hat on right now. Listen, we could get on a boat. We could chase the princess. We could go around looking for black sand or a ship that starts with a K. Or we could, and maybe one or two of you won't like this from a moral standpoint, but we could find Prince Elling Malforth and pull off his fingernails until he tells us where he sent her.
I think he escaped to the Anchor's Chain also, though. The night of the Prelmy Ball, they left.
Yeah. I'm going to follow Fallow's insights here, and I'm going to bet it all on black. They are in the Anchor's Chain. And I swear to God, if it turns up red, I'll pay you everything, and I'll give you whatever boon we end up getting at the end of this. We got to go to the Anchor's Chain.
Yeah.
No, I believe that we have to go to the Anchor's Chain 100%. But the thing is, there's like 12 islands there, and they're all zany and chaotic and probably time consuming.
And you don't want to go see all the zany cool islands.
I do, but what I'm
Let's
saying is
on the goddamn boat.
I want to rescue the princess, not have a little romp around 12 islands throwing shots in the dark to try and figure out where she is. We could go torture a man just a little bit, find out which island to go to, and then go to. You notice you're rejecting it because you know that I'm correct.
No, I just don't think we need to torture the guy who has a locust formed assassin.
I think once we get there, we don't have any leads. But we can ask about Malfirth. Like, I feel like it would be more difficult for Malfirth to, like, travel around without being recognized because he's like a prince, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We get there. Hey, have y'all seen Prince Malfirth? They'll all go, yeah,
exactly.
He's
So
on
I feel
island.
like there's more reason to go there and look for him, and he will bring us to the princess than if we just try to chase the princess.
So Clay agrees with me.
We need to get on that boat.
Good. Yes.
Clay agrees with you.
I
What do you
think
mean?
we're all on the same
I
page,
heard
guys.
Clay agreeing with me.
To the boat.
boat. We all agree. To the boat.
Rumpus
To the
on
boat.
3.
Never doubted it. 1, 2, 3.
Rumpus. Let's go.
The three of you run down,
Oh god, I swear to God, there's no boat.
running through the streets of the Ruby District, the Sapphire District, the Gold District, eventually the Pearl District. You run to the docks and look out at the Elseween Sea, seeing a boat disappearing onto the horizon.
Fucking hell.
And then you look to the right and you see your ship parked just above you. You ran to the wrong one. A anxious green dragonborn with a visor with a round zav on its top is standing at the ramp with a clipboard, kind of anxiously checking their watch. And by watch, I mean a stick that they've stuck in between two planks on the dock. And as you approach, he sees you and says, "Okay, wonderful. Okay, so your friend has not arrived?"
Yeah, we spent all morning looking for them. Couldn't find them. But we're here now.
Give me a deception roll.
Okay, 16.
Uh-huh. Okay, well, this puts me in a really tough position because now we're going to be getting in late and I don't have 600 gold to show for it. That painting better be really, really, really good.
Yep. Way better than the shit you got.
All right, let's go learn about why the world's round. Come on board.
Yay.
Spent. And we step foot on a boat.
And you step foot on
Wow, we made
boat.
it.
I just got chills.
This is where I've always wanted to be.
You
Oh man.
walk up a ramp and step foot on the deck of the Vigilant. It's this deep brown wood with these seafoam green sails towering above you. You are led below decks and down a hallway, and Kent says, "Okay, so room 105, 106, and 107. Perfect. These three are yours," and he hands you each a key. Dinner will be at 6 bells, and we will be departing any minute, so that should be good. The Lady Berthold brought your belongings, and you should be good to go. Okay, guys. This is going to be great. Trust me, by the time you leave Kobaris, you will be changed people.
Sounds like a threat.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kent.
We're just super tired. Had a really long day.
Okay, well, we'll be departing within 20 minutes, and let's have some fun, right?
Let's have some fun. Round Earth, round Earth,
Round
Earth.
Earth, round Zav.
What?
Round Zap.
We're not
Sorry.
What is
That
that?
was weird.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
The three of you take your keys in unison. The screen splits 3 ways. 3 keys are inserted in 3 locks. Doors open, revealing 3 rooms with 3 beds, each with a towel folded into a swan placed upon it with a couple of chocolates. Your belongings have been placed there, whether it's numerous boxes in the case of Faunalyn or a couple bags in the case of Clay and Glimki. All your goods are now on the Vigilant. You have some time to rest, to think about what has happened of late. And before long, you hear a ding, 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 ding. And the ship begins to move. Does anybody go topside to watch the ship depart?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Always.
Of course. We meet on the deck.
Glimki, you have been on a ship before, but this is probably, I guess, the third time. You took one from the mainland to Al Arsha back in the day, a second one from Al Arsha back to the coast, and this would be the third ship you've ever been on. Clay, maybe it's your first. Maybe you've gone out fishing at times. You grew up on the coast, who knows? But regardless of experience, the three of you watch as you see Erdenine in a new light. You see the kind of the basin of it, you see the Pearl District, the area it masks kind of disappears from view as it slopes downwards into the gold and silver and copper districts. You see the ocean crest falls and you watch as the ocean just cascades into the city without flooding it. You see the two islands that are the Sapphire District and the Ruby District with these beautiful mansions and estates, marvels of arcane engineering. And you see the Diamond District, where Princess Callista Galtries once lived and subsequently disappeared from, with this castle with smooth, seamless walls, with a tower at its center, with a burning light, the balefire at its top. Even in the full day sun, it still burns bright as a beacon for all to see. And as the ship moves up the coast, along these docks, these tall ships, Clay, you look out at the city that is your home, has been your home for a very long time, and you see a dragonborn with blue scales in a set of armor watching you, the dragonborn knight Cletir Keldar. And Faunalyn, you look up at these tall masts. You feel a slight connection to them. Perhaps they are elven wood from Ulathar Thyad, these thick pieces of wood. And you look up at these sea green sails full of air pushing the ship forward into the Elsween Sea. And you see a small shape sort of silhouetted in front of the sun. And at first you think it might be a butterfly.
Oh no.
But you soon realize it is in fact a locust.
Oh.
And the camera pulls out, and we see a pale man with dark hair and a mustache riding in a carriage pulled by owlbears as it's slowly picking its way along a coastal highway past a tree with ash gray leaves. He is drumming his fingers on his knee, and with each impact, little flames quickly alight, burning into his pants, into his skin. We see a prince with a golden crown of golden feathers sitting in front of a table with a chart pulled open next to an old man, and the two of them are looking at a map of a place that I won't tell you. We see an old man with a mean face sitting around a card table. Next to him is Kazran Berthold, and you watch as Kazran tosses his cards down and Hamlet Pilton rakes in the chips, the gold pieces. You see that they're in fact in the lounge of Berthold Manor, and there is a small portrait of Faunalyn and Amala Berthold on the mantle, and Pilton is just glaring at it despite his success at the card table. He's just eyes fixed on it, swirling a glass of wine. We see a woman with mismatched eyes and dark skin, Electra Voon, yelling at a dragonborn knight as the two of them climb aboard a ship. She ditches her usual look of gowns and fancy dresses and stands at the prow of her ship with a crimson red jacket whipping out behind her as the ship takes to the sea. We see a young orphan boy sitting in a closet in a cathedral angrily saying, "Any minute now, he'll find me. Any minute. He said he wasn't lying. He said he wasn't lying." And we see 3 heroes standing aboard a ship, sailing off in search of a princess. And that's where we'll stop tonight's episode of Bard Soup.
That perception check, crazy.
Seeing in 8 dimensions with a passive perception of 14.
It's a narrative device. It's a narrative device. We did it. We did it. 21 episodes, only 13 since they learned they should go to the anchor chain. They're going, baby. We're going on a boat in our little rocket boat, going to the boat. Little Line's boats. Anyway, I'm out of time, so hey, I've been Zach Meikle. I'll continue to be Zach Meikle, whether you like it or not. And I have been your Dungeon Master, aided by my dear friends, Prima Zhao as Clay Campbell, Jordan Johnsen as Glimki Treefellow, and Shannon Meikle as Faunalyn Vaydark. If you're liking the show, we would love to see a 5-star review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, and follow us on Instagram or TikTok at bard_soup. There's some really great stuff getting made every week there in addition to the show. And while you're at it, check out bardsoup.com. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Mwah! Love ya. Bye. He looks at the 3 of you somewhat confusedly. Might I help you? Let me try that one again. I don't like it. Give me another take. Might I help you? Nope, too cockney. Might I help you? There we go. Kind of sensual.
What the fuck?
Pot-bellied halfway.
Dang.
He got a smooth voice.